Hello, I'm Andy from Nova Medical Hair Transplant in Miami. In this video, we will be going over the importance of avoiding the sun after your hair transplant. We're often asked after a hair transplant, when is it safe to go outside in the sun? And is it conceivable that the sun will wreak havoc on hair transplant outcomes? If nice weather comes after your hair transplant and you want to take advantage of it by going for a walk or even going to the beach to cool down, sunbathing afterward may be a tempting idea. Despite the fact that the FUE transplant technique provides for a relatively short recovery time after surgery, it is essential to follow all pre-op and post-op recommendations before and after getting hair implants in order to avoid harming the new grafts. Because it is such a major life choice, you would naturally want to do all possible to guarantee that your hair transplant is a success. It is essential to use care when exposed to the sun for the first few months following a hair transplant. The scalp becomes more sensitive after hair restoration surgery, and any sun damage to the treated area may cause your recovery to be delayed and your results to be compromised, if at all feasible. Even if you don't intend on going outdoors in the sun, you should wear a hat or use a high-factor sunscreen to protect your skin. Sun exposure should be avoided at all costs following a hair transplant procedure. Keep in mind that our scalp skin is already quite sensitive and that it will become even more sensitive after a hair transplant procedure, when much of the skin in the intervened area becomes irritated and inflamed, and while graft wounds are still healing. As a consequence, after the hair transplant surgery, we must limit our exposure to the sun in order to avoid harming the freshly transplanted follicles. You should anticipate having to protect your head from the sun for at least 4 months after undergoing hair transplant surgery. Our doctor will recommend that you wear a cap that covers the whole transplant site during this time. You should not apply sunscreen to your skin until the wounds have healed fully. The Nova Medical Hair Transplant Miami staff is committed to making you as comfortable as possible during the FUE hair transplant process. Throughout your recovery, our hair transplant aftercare service ensures that you get the most up-to-date information available. To learn more about what Nova Medical Hair Transplant Miami can do for you, call us now and speak with one of our knowledgeable physicians about your needs and goals.